Imagine this for a moment. You're driving home late at night, feeling good about yourself. You just paid your car insurance premium online. You feel responsible, protected, and maybe even a little relieved that you checked that task off your list. Suddenly, out of nowhere, another car runs a red light and crashes into you. The screech of tires, the crunch of metal, and flashing emergency lights fill the night. It's a serious accident, but you think, I have insurance, I just paid it. You're shaken, but you feel a sense of security knowing you did the right thing. The next morning, you call your insurance company to file a claim, expecting the process to be straightforward. But the agent says, I'm sorry, but your old policy expired at 12:01 a.m. and your new policy didn't start until 12:01 a.m. Your accident happened at 12:05 a.m. You weren't covered. Just like that, your sense of security vanishes. That 5-minute gap just cost you tens of thousands of dollars. All because of a tiny window of time you didn't even realize existed. This isn't a scare tactic. It happens more often than you think. People assume they're covered, but a small timing error can have huge consequences. In insurance, timing isn't just a detail, it's the very foundation of your financial security. Every policy is built around specific dates and times. A minute too early or too late can mean the difference between protection and disaster. It's that precise. Insurance is a contract built on time. Every second counts. The exact moment your coverage starts and ends can change everything. That's why we need to talk about the policy period. It's not just fine print, it's the line between being protected and being exposed. It may sound boring, but it's absolutely crucial. Overlooking it can lead to devastating surprises. Understanding exactly when your coverage starts and stops is one of the most powerful ways to protect yourself and your loved ones from financial disaster. Don't ignore it. Make sure you're actually protected when you pay for protection. Double-check those dates and times. The stakes are simply too high to leave it to chance. A single oversight can change your life. We're going to demystify this topic so you can look at your own policy with confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. By the end, you'll know exactly where you stand and how to ensure timing never threatens your financial future. You'll be empowered to take control. Let's get smart about this, because when it comes to insurance, timing really is everything. What is the policy period? It's the exact window when your insurance is active. If a covered event happens within that window, you're protected. If it happens outside, you're not. Every policy, auto, home, renters, has a policy period on the declarations page. Look for the effective date, when coverage starts, and expiration date, when it ends. Most policies last 6 months or a year. The date of the incident, not when you file the claim, determines if you're covered. Insurance isn't a continuous shield. It's a series of time-bound agreements. Knowing your policy period is knowing if your financial tank is full. Let's get into the details. Most policies start at 12:01 a.m. on the effective date, not the moment you buy them. If you need immediate coverage, ask your agent for a binder, a temporary start until the official policy kicks in. Always confirm, am I covered right now? Don't confuse a grace period with coverage. A grace period is just extra time to pay your bill, not extra coverage after your policy expires. If your policy expires and you have an accident, even during the grace period, you're not covered. Remember, effective time is the official start, binding time is a temporary start, and the grace period is for payment only. Know exactly when your coverage begins and ends. Ask your agent to explain it until you're sure. Don't make assumptions that could leave you exposed. It's your money and your future. Get the details right. Let's see how this plays out in real life. Insurance isn't just about paperwork and fine print. It's about real people facing real moments when timing makes all the difference. The clock and the calendar can be just as important as the coverage itself. Scenario 1. Sarah's car insurance expires at 12:01 a.m. on March 1st. That means her old policy ends at midnight, and her new one begins just a minute later. She gets into an accident at 11:58 p.m. the night before. Her old insurer pays. Even a few minutes can decide which company is responsible for her claim. If it happened at 12:03 a.m., her new insurer pays. The exact time of the accident determines who covers the loss. Scenario 2. David's homeowner's policy renews on October 1st. He's prepared, but nature doesn't always wait for paperwork. A hurricane hits September 30th and October 1st. The storm doesn't care about policy dates, but your insurer does. Roof damage on September 30? Old policy. The timing of the damage decides which policy steps in. Flooding on October 1st? New policy. Even if it's the same storm, the date and time split the responsibility. One storm, two claims, two deductibles. It's not just about what happened, but exactly when it happened. Scenario 3. Mark schedules his business insurance to start May 1st, but a fire breaks out April 29th. He thought he was covered, but the timing left a gap. No coverage. He set the start date too late. A simple oversight can have huge consequences. These aren't scare stories, they're real. People face these situations every day, often without warning. The outcome depends on when the loss occurs, not how bad it is. The clock and calendar are silent judges in every claim. The policy period is the gatekeeper of your financial well-being. It's the invisible shield that stands between you and disaster. Always know when you're vulnerable and when your protection begins. Don't guess. No. Timing is everything and it's in your control. Review your own policies with this in mind. Take a few minutes to check your start and end dates. Ask yourself, am I covered right now? Don't wait until it's too late to find out. If you're not sure, find out. Call your agent, check your documents, and get clarity before you need it. Don't let a simple mistake cost you everything. Be proactive, stay informed, and protect what matters most. As your policy nears its end, you enter the renewal game. If you miss a payment or switch companies without overlap, you risk a gap. Even a few hours without coverage is dangerous. A gap means you're fully liable for any losses and may pay higher premiums later. Never let your old policy expire until your new one is confirmed active. Cancellation can happen mid-period for non-payment or fraud. Non-renewal happens at the end if the insurer won't offer a new contract. Both make it harder and more expensive to get insurance elsewhere. And no, you can't backdate a policy to cover a past loss. That's fraud. Insurance only protects against future risks. The policy period is a line in the sand. Your job is to make sure you're always on the right side of it. Stay covered, always. Time zones matter in insurance. Your policy's start and end times are based on the local time of the insured property. If you're on a road trip, the time zone of your car's primary location applies, not where you are at the moment. Daylight saving time, insurance contracts account for it. The policy period is a set number of days, regardless of clock changes. You don't need to calculate the time shift, the contract already does. The takeaway: every detail is considered to avoid ambiguity. The policy period is a rigid, legally defined window. Your job isn't to bend the rules of time, but to know exactly where you stand. Precision matters. So does your awareness. Knowledge is useless without action. Take 15 minutes for a personal policy audit. It could save you a fortune. First, find your declarations page for every policy you own. Second, locate and highlight the policy period, effective date, and expiration date. Put them in your phone calendar with a reminder 60 days before expiration. Third, confirm your renewal process. Is it auto-renew? Do you need to sign something? If switching companies, ask, can my new policy start the moment my old one ends? Don't assume. Get the facts. Finally, ask about gaps. Make sure your coverage is continuous. A good agent will help you line up the dates perfectly. Your goal, an unbroken chain of protection. Your financial life depends on it. Take these steps now. Don't wait for a problem to find out you're unprotected. Peace of mind starts with action. Why does the policy period matter? It provides certainty in an uncertain world. You can't control when disaster strikes, but you can control if you're prepared. The policy period creates a clear, predictable framework for protection. For insurers, it defines risk and fair pricing. For you, it's proof of protection, a legal promise that you're not alone. Knowing your policy period means you move through life with confidence. This clarity is the foundation of insurance and your peace of mind. Being diligent about your policy period is an act of self-respect. No one cares more about your financial well-being than you. Secure your future, one policy period at a time. We've covered what a policy period is, why timing matters, and how understanding these details can make a real difference in your life. We've also talked about how to avoid costly mistakes that can catch you off guard when you least expect it. My goal isn't to make you an insurance expert overnight, but to help you become an expert on your own protection so you can make smart choices for yourself and your loved ones. Take action. Set a reminder to find your declarations page tonight and make it a priority. When that reminder goes off, don't ignore it. Take a few minutes to find your policy period and review your coverage. Then, put those important dates in your calendar so you're always prepared and never caught off guard. This small step can have a huge impact on your financial life. Insurance can feel complicated, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You have the power to understand what matters most and take control of your own protection. The policy period is the key. Know exactly when you're covered, and you'll avoid surprises. When you know your coverage dates, you've already won half the battle. Take control of your future. Be the guardian of your assets and your peace of mind. Don't wait for an accident or emergency to discover a mistake. Own your policy, know your dates, secure your future with confidence. When you respect the power of the policy period, you're taking a proactive step toward protecting what matters most. You're not just buying insurance, you're buying peace of mind for yourself and your family. That's truly priceless. Take charge today and make your protection a priority.